Quick, before it's part of the VOD.
Do it.
We're live. No, YouTube, don't demonetize us.
What is going on?
What?
I'm just gonna send you a picture of my my theater class picture. And you'll see.
To those tuning in, enjoy this mukbang. Pre-game mukbang.
We're eating sandwiches.
Yes.
No!
You know, is that me and Shaw? I think that's me and Shaw. Except I'm the redhead one.
The hell?
Can you just shut the fuck up and focus on the game?
I'm the cameraman. I would put that on stream, but I don't think we're allowed to.
Oh my god. Oh, by the way, in my theater class, like one of the lines, they specifically call me a goose, and I'm like,
what?
And this is the really I don't want to say weird because he's actually kind of cool. He's actually cool. He's the guy that like I suspect knows about the channel. So I'm like,
Huh?
comfortable. It's like he's been dropping hints that like he might know about the channel, and it freaks me out. I'm like, do you know about it or not? Just tell me.
I fucking know who you are, bitch. It's like it's like in the Batman when the Riddler when the Riddler like constantly drops hints that he knows that he's Bruce Wayne, but it turns out he actually doesn't. You know?
Yeah. Like whenever I'm around, he references like Ace Attorney and Sherlock Holmes and all this shit.
What
so
the
weird.
fuck?
Like,
Or maybe he just assumes that you do know that he knows. So when you ask him, he's like, when you ask him, do you know about my YouTube channel? He's like, yeah, I thought I told you. And he's just, and the whole time he's just wondering, why aren't you throwing back my references? Why aren't you responding?
maybe.
Why are you leaving me hanging?
Like every time he called me silly goose, he like winked at me. He was like silly
No!
goose.
Wait.
That cannot be a coincidence.
J-Pack, I think maybe something else. I don't think he's calling me just because of that.
You think there's an extra layer to this shot?
All right,
Ooh, J-Pack has a boyfriend. Okay,
that's enough. We need to start. It's time for Shaw and the goose.
We are in
Boys.
technically now.
The Goose Boys.
Let's go.
That's the name of a band. Shaw and the Goose Boys.
Shaw and the Goose Boys.
Bam, 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 bam. I still can't quite believe what just happened.
That's not at all.
Can you? Because
How?
the voice acting in that particular part sounded very nonchalant. It sounded very relaxed. He collapsed on the floor. No, sorry, he collapsed on the floor.
And he used the common door.
But did he get bitches on the floor? Did he get bitches on the floor?
No. Wait, why is everything crashing for me?
Tune in
Like,
next time to find out
It's
more.
really laggy right now. What the
Really?
heck?
That's not good.
Daniel's really laggy.
Yeah, I can't see anything. The screen is black. Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh, can you see that?
Daniel?
Wait. Daniel?
What?
Why are you continuing? I can hear the beep beep noises.
Oh,
Daniel?
you can hear the beep beeps.
Daniel!
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Daniel!
Are you? It's frozen. Let it go. Let it go.
Oh dear.
Okay, good.
Okay,
good.
it's good. It's good. It's
Since I
good.
missed no Wiggly, I was taken to the hospital to recover.
Mr. Vig. Why is he always Mr. Viggly?
Wiggly wiggle.
It's funny.
Suck my Viggly dick.
10 years ago now, Mr. Vigil
10
attempted.
years ago now. Is that me?
Oh,
Daniel.
what? Oh no.
Daniel.
Hello.
Daniel, my man, we can't hear
Daniel,
you. You're
lower the
lagging
bitrate.
as fuck.
Lower the bitrate. This is the
The
laggiest
bit rate is.
I've ever seen.
This is the bit. The bit rate is a. What's the bit rate? The bit rate is 2,000. Let's put it at 1,000. See if that makes a
He's so funny.
difference.
This is a bit.
This is laggy as fuck, dog.
Why do you keep talking street talk? Are we going
me-
to the?
Let me try to.
Heck yeah, we are.
I'm talking about.
These last like
Look at
4
the
sessions
water.
have all been cursed. Oh, that's a little better. Not much, just a little.
But it still moves. It
Yeah,
moves.
the bouncy is moving at least.
The bouncy. But now Daniel.
So I don't have my backup Wi-Fi, but this should be fine now. I think. What did that say?
Yeah, it's fine. It looks fine. It looks fine.
Give it a try. Hello? Give it a
Wait,
try.
what are you talking about? Is that supposed to be me?
Maybe?
I don't know.
Okay, whatever. But ever since then, he's
Daniel?
completely blocked the memory of those events from his mind. Nobody knew his secret. Not his family. Not even the man himself. But I forced it out in the open. Was it wrong of me to do that? Did I overstep the mark, I wonder? That's Iris. Hello?
Bruno!
There we go. Oh.
Don't
Iris.
talk about it.
You were miles away, like Miles Edgeworth. Anyway, I prepared a fresh pot of sous tea for you.
Oh, thank you.
I once you Lopez is dead. Haha! You and Susie had an exhausting date so far, haven't you?
Is that her thing now, or did she say haha?
Haha.
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh.
Yeah. Wait, oh. This is
Okay, Daniel, you need to restart Discord or something.
Yeah.
Is it Discord?
You need to restart your Discord.
Because okay, the stream
live
is
live-
okay.
love
Like the
in these
YouTube
conditions,
the YouTube stream is
Daniel.
okay. So maybe I'll. Okay, give me a sec. Let's see if this makes any difference. And there are sex bots in the chat. And I am skipping it. Fuck. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Wow, it's at 3 bars now? Oh, that's because I'm not streaming it. Okay, moment of truth.
It doesn't help that Discord. I think I've said this many times at this point, but like 8 weeks ago, they fucked up their screen share so badly.
Uh-huh. Well, okay, I'm not
looks
gonna jinx it.
promising. Looks promising.
Okay, okay.
Let's go.
Wait, let me just move this to the other corner of my window. There we go. Julio, there are sex bots in the chat. Oh, they're gone. Thank you. Autobots roll out.
I didn't get rid of them. I just added them to my Discord. I'm like, hey, add me on Discord.
Ah, so it's a win-win.
He just suddenly spread his feet and left, so it was I must leave.
Oh, my groove.
I wonder if he's pursuing the mystery of Inspector Gregson's death.
Well, you know what Harley always says, don't you? There is mysterious in this world of which should have perhaps never been solved. For the construction of the solution comes only at the expense of the destruction of something else.
What
Don't
does
say
that
concentration
mean?
and solution at the same word.
Oh
Don't
no!
say
Oh
construction.
no!
What?
You don't know. You'll
Okay.
find out when you're older. You'll find out when you're older.
Oh no! Oh no!
You know very well that when you open someone else's old wounds, you often open your own too.
Ew.
How did you just get what?
What?
What? What?
No, wait.
Never mind.
What?
My brain went to you need a rapid for protection or something like that.
Oh.
I still can't believe that line exists. Same with the blow me. Blow me.
But he just can't take his own advice and leave it alone. Solving mysteries is too important for him.
That's so true.
But that's what I like about Holly after all.
He's like 10 years older than you. 20 years old. I suppose that's a...
She doesn't like him that way.
Okay, okay. I suppose that's a lot of a great
25,
detective
right?
in some ways. 25, yeah.
Isn't he 34?
So then,
Mm-hmm.
let's have tea! Ho ho ho! I'll give you a hand.
Oh, do you have time, Iris?
Yes,
prefer gay
I
bacon
finished
myself.
this month's manuscript at last, with barely a day to spare before the deadline.
I thought you said
Oh,
manscape.
I don't-
Manscaped.
What?
Our sponsor
What?
for this video.
Manscape.
Mansplain?
No, manscape.
Yes, mansplain.
What Daniel does. I'm kidding. Oh,
Are you? Are you?
Looking forward to it. Brand new story to reading the adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
You know, I always hide Harley's volume in the days before I have the deadline.
You do? Poor Mr. Sholmes.
I'm sure that's a very wise Iris. How sensible of you.
Now then, my dear fellows, haha! Let's make a plan of action before we continue our investigations.
That is.
So, how did it go into the court this morning?
Well, we still don't know the truth about what really happened, but one thing's increasingly clear. Lord Van Zeeks definitely didn't do it.
Oh, goody!
Why not?
Whoa.
What was that? Bless you.
I
guess.
unmuted just to sneeze, by the way. I was waiting.
Unmuted?
The opposite of what usually happens.
Yes, that's right.
Say it
Oh,
properly.
that's wrong!
What the
There we
fuck?
go.
What? Okay.
Yes, that's right. We managed to uncover facts as well.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's quite clear now. That Kazuma-sama is not himself.
Really?
The way he's acting, it's almost as if he's possessed.
I
He's acting like a
know.
whiny bitch.
I mean, at the end of the proceedings earlier, he was acting like a bloodhound the way he was chasing down Mr. Vigil's forgotten past. Oh no! Is that supposed to suggest that his dad is like... Oh god. He's not normally so mercilessly persistent.
You know, they always say bloodhounds are always looking for bones. He's looking for bones.
For boons, rather. What's going on in his head, I wonder? I really need to sit down with Kazuma and try to understand what he's going through. If Gregson was really murdered the day before his body was discovered, then Lord Van Zeeks has to be innocent, you see.
What? The day before? Aha! Well, that should be easy enough to work. I'll just be examining the corpse, surely.
Yes, you would expect so, but carefully.
Sounds like a job for Kyoko.
No time of death was included in that autopsy report.
That is a curious thing.
There are still unanswered questions about Lord Van Zeeks, though, aren't there?
Do you mean?
I mean, what was he doing there on Fresno Street that day in the first place?
Well, according to the man's testimony, he said he was investigating Inspector Gregson, didn't he?
And it turns out that little room was actually the inspector's secret office.
Oh, it sounds like they had also making some wonderful devilish blood. Aha!
Then, why was that notice board in there covered in all those particular papers? Papers about cases with a link to the Reaper. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about... Go back to your franchise!
Oh dear, that sounds more like something horribly devilish.
Delightfully devilish, Seymour.
We must start by looking into Inspector Gregson's movement.
A blink.
Steamed hams.
Why isn't he on time? I never imagined I might have to be investigating an inspector's movements.
Well, according to the entry of this diary, he was carrying out an incognito investigation as a red-headed lead the day before his death.
Oh, so you mean he was doing the same as Harley?
Well, Mr. Sholmes was trying to apply, whereas the inspector was supposed to be investigating.
I do wish it had been the other way around.
Anyway, as it turns out, the inspector who went to investigate the Red-Headed League that day wasn't actually Gregson at all. It was Mr. Vigil, in possession of Gregson's identification.
You know what it sounds like?
Bullshit.
Establishment of an alibi.
Oh, look, yes! You're absolutely right, Iris.
Komaru says, Thursday stream? Nani? Oh, you are
Thursday
gonna
stream?
love this
More likely
schedule,
than you
Komaru. You are gonna love it. Oh.
Yeah, it's all because of it.
Like the upcoming schedule for the next few streams. Oh, you're gonna love it. But why would Gregson need an alibi?
It would appear that the inspector had something to do that he wished to keep secret.
Was he good at keeping it at
Who
least?
voiced Vigil? Ha ha ha! That was me. You can check the previous stream if you want to hear. He had like a big lip, so I made him sound like this. Hell yes.
It was like Birdly.
Yeah, he sounds a bit like Birdly. God damn it! I can't unhear it now.
You're not a gamer.
Rare Daniel breakdown. Oh yeah. I can't. We haven't even shown like the entire trilogy, and that's already an established thing that I just barely get to have villain. You know.
Shy didn't get one until the very end of the trilogy, right?
That's
like a very-
okay.
Yeah, how
That's
does
true.
that feel? How'd you put? Well, it's because in the trilogy, all the how do you call it? All the villains were male. So
Yeah, the one time it was female with the Sakura, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't believe it. I always thought he was just a harmless lover of fish and chips.
But perhaps they were seasoned with something a little more potent than salt and vinegar. Some other crystallized substance, perhaps?
I think perhaps we should try to move away from food analogies.
I was thinking of more of pharmaceutical analogies. Well, anyway, if Lord Van Zieks felt the need to investigate Gregson,
Yes, I agree. We must try to find out what he knows. Mr. Bigley.
Vaguely.
Biggly, you say? Isn't that the name of the lady who came to visit Harley yesterday?
That's right. To ask Mr. Jones if he would help her to find her missing husband.
I'm wondering how Vigley got a stable income for the last 10 years. You know? Like, surely
yeah,
his
girl
wife
boss
would have
wife.
noticed. What, sorry?
Girl boss wife.
Girl boss wife.
Like
Girl
she just
boss
earned
wife.
so much money that like it was never a problem.
Yeah. Actually, didn't you say that Mr. Vigil had been taken to the hospital? Do you know which one?
Ah! It's the Sythes.
Yes, St. Sythe's. I'm starting to wonder if all the other hospitals in London have closed.
Oh, that's amazing, Bruno! You found a lady's husband already!
Well, I suppose I have. By accident. What are you doing with my wife? Oh, I found her by accident.
And 10 years ago, while Mr. Bigley was the chief warder at the prison, he was responsible for overseeing the professor's congregation.
No!
So when the convict escaped, he was held responsible and immediately dismissed.
Aw, sometimes I really don't want to grow up.
There's more. Ho 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 ho, Iris, there's more! For 10 years after that, while he was ostensibly working as a peddler, he also had another secret job. You hear that, Iris?
Was he hung
A
on
job? You're gonna have to get those when you grow older, Iris.
Oh no!
Oh, I told you there was more.
Naruto, wait, I will stop you right there, Naruto.
Komaru says Iris
And I'm just
discovers
10 years old.
periods.
Oh no!
Anyway, just wanted to say, Naruto, that I make more money than you, and I'm 10 years old, so fuck off.
Hey, man. Yeah, and how much money have you made for it? You know?
She makes all the money from,
Does she?
from her book.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
that's
from
true.
her
That's
book.
true. Oh, yeah. I completely forgot that people actually buy the books.
Listen, Iris will make more money than you ever have in your entire life.
And
Not if she
everyone
dies
down Ryunosuke's bloodline.
Not if she dies now. If she dies now, then she won't make any more money. Just kill her.
Oh
You'll
no.
never die.
They're not gonna kill a 10-year-old child.
I mean,
Not Ace Attorney.
okay, continue.
He was paid by Gregson to be a stand-in, to impersonate the inspector.
To impersonate Grexy? But why?
I have absolutely no idea.
Jinin was right. I'm starting to think that all of the adults are up to no good now.
Including me? Oh!
Oh no! Look at that face. Like, bitch, shut up.
Including you, fucking bitch.
I haven't paid anyone to impersonate me. If it makes you feel any better.
Obviously, it has ties to the professor and the Inspector Gregson, though. So I do think we ought to pay a visit to Mr. Bigley's, don't you?
Back to St. Sythe's then.
Well, I think it's clear what we need to do, isn't it?
Fuck. Let us film.
Aha!
JPEG.
Let us investigate, my dear fellows.
Kamara says
Aha!
JPEG should cosplay Iris and Shaw shows.
It's time shows! Ho-ho!
Aha! I'm Iris. Hello.
I don't know.
Okay, I already said my line. Ah, Iris, you are even more enthusiastic than usual today.
She had the gay
If
baby.
anyone has anything to hide, my special Wilson shooting iron will shoot them straight.
Big iron on her hip. That water pistol?
It's stuff full of pipping hot extra special blood of mine.
Then I'm quite sure it will be very effective.
I'd better be careful not to hide anything. Well, it feels a little strange that Mr. Sholmes is nowhere to be seen, but still. Let's go and see what we can find out.
Yes!
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Some people in my class group chat are talking about dressing up like Satanists as a joke. Just one day they just go to school dressed up Satanists.
Just up like Iris.
That's a joke. You know, I have a teacher who was against onesies. I wonder what he would think of that.
Why?
I don't know, he just says like, oh, if you wear a onesie to school, I will lose all respect for you. Something like that. It's kind of sad.
He's not here.
These must be the
No, he's
patient's
not gonna show
treatment
up.
notes. Let's see. Tendency to jump from windows.
Oh, at least he doesn't masturbate at the windows.
Hey, speaking of that guy.
Oh, I like doing it out my window. Oh, that's where we go. Remember to place cushion at base of wall outside. Aren't we a story up from the ground here?
Oh dear. Poor Mr. Bigley.
I should ask him about defenestration. I can't help that there's a better solution to the problem than a cushion, though. Finding something you'd lost isn't always a happy experience, it turns out. Pursuing the truth can be a very dark business sometimes, can't it?
Yes, I'm afraid it can.
Pursuing the Truth, my favorite song from the Great Ace Attorney 2
Good song.
soundtrack. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is this it? Yeah, this is it.
I would if I actually listened to the soundtrack.
Kamaru says, I deduce you guys loved Gant's Office.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's huh, can't believe you figured that out. We didn't even mention his name.
Throw it out the window! No argument, prosecutor Arasogi. You will continue with the trial exactly as I instructed, is that clear?
I mean, if they watched her
What the
stream
fuck?
for that long, they would
Sorry.
know because we talked about Gant sometimes in the stream.
Oh yeah,
We saw
okay.
him in a few times.
We made that.
Oh, what are you doing?
That was his
Sorry.
breakdown.
It's a
He just
breakdown.
clapped a lot.
Oh yeah. Why are you doing it?
Because I wanted to do it.
It's Kazuma-sama.
Defying Lord Strongheart by the sound of it. He never did know when to back down. Oh no, they turned like statues again.
You will rename me Lord Strongpuck. On your way now, Asogi.
Oh yeah, my lord.
Alright. See you
Ah.
at 12.
Kazuma jump scare. Kazuma.
It's not a jump scare, it's more like a sexy scare. Or like a jump
Yeah, I
sexy.
agree.
Have you ever been jump sexied? Where it's like something like sexy but surprising shows up?
Yeah, whenever
Oh, I got jump
Sholmes
sexy.
like puts his face really close to the screen,
You jump sexied.
he left without saying a word.
Okay, continue.
I want to touch you. Yes, what are you doing here?
Oh, well, I was just hoping to ask you a few questions if you wouldn't mind.
I want Ivan Zeke's trial concluded today. Prosecutor Sogi's unwelcome inquiries are going to make it longer than necessary.
Unwelcome inquiries?
That's not the only thing longer than necessary.
Ah!
I'm losing even more precious time.
That's not the only thing I'm losing.
Currently, 2 hours, 54 minutes, 41 seconds, 42, 43.
And we must resolve everything before 3 hours have passed, Mr. Naruto.
In a miraculous not even 5 minutes? Anyway, I can't let the man's obvious bad mood put me off. I need information.
I'm not in a bad mood, I just had post-nut clarity.
Does Prosecutor Asogi believe that Lord Van Zieks is the Reaper?
I wouldn't know. It was 10 years ago in that fateful closed trial. The Lord Van Zieks made a name for himself among the Jews. But the next trial he fought, he lost. In mentoring leader of the organization was acquitted thanks to all the jurors being under duress.
But that's awful.
You're awful, Murray. The man's freedom was short-lived. He lasted just 3 days. Unlike me, I last 5 days.
Yeah, let me see. He died in the rock site in his place of work, I believe.
Correct. That was the inauguration of the Reaper of the Bailey.
And people believed Lord Van Zieks was responsible?
He was brought to the trial himself, but it was shown to have been an accident.
So he must have had a solid alibi then.
Nevertheless, the mysterious deaths continued. In total, 16 persons perished in unusual circumstances, ostensibly at the hands of the Reaper. That's a long run of coincidences.
Well, the Reaper's true identity may well be revealed by his trial.
And the impact of the revelation on the British public cannot be understated.
Is that why it's a close trial?
No, it's closed so that we can masturbate in peace.
Not out the window?
No jury means no witnesses. This country hasn't had a closed trial for 10 years.
So the last one was the professors, the trial of Genshin Asogi.
Yes, Genshin's impact was heard throughout London. Correct.
Actually, we heard that originally. You were going to prosecute that trial yourself, Lord Strongheart.
Van Zieks threatened me to relinquish the prosecution to him, and he might avenge his brother's death. And here we are 10 years later. With the son of a man Van Zieks condemned, now looking to avenge his father's death in the same way.
They do say that what goes around comes around.
Comes around. However, it would seem that the new young prosecutor is harboring some ulterior motive as well.
Kazuma is?
I like my organization to run smoothly. In the exact matter that I prescribe.
That's just like
Oh, I misread
As with
that.
the giant cock in here, I won't tolerate a single cock being put a step with the others. Synchronized masturbation.
no, what the fuck?
Alright, Van Zieks, Asogi, at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go!
Oh no, I can't go that fast! So that's what all these gears are about in here.
If the young man refuses to mesh with the other parts of the people in the great machine, I will be forced to take steps.
What do you mean?
Why did you say those words? No, not something which you need to concern yourself. In any case, all your questions will be answered tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now I shall have to ask you to excuse me.
Komaru says, what Speedoru did for Clown Girl, you guys did for Strongheart.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I don't. We get more viewers.
Well, we sexualized him.
Really? Is that what you mean? As of this moment, I've been delayed but from attending my next meeting by precisely 3 hours.
Oh my, that's a long time.
You're stressing me out. I need to let it unwind, and I hold you entirely responsible.
Even though we were miraculously
What?
managed to fit everything in not even 5 minutes. I wonder if you might agree to us, talking with Prosecutor Asogi?
No. Discussions between the defense and the prosecution outside the courtroom are generally frowned upon. However, I will make an exception for this case. Now go. To his office or whatever.
Oh, thank you. He has an office?
Yeet! I didn't even know he has an office. What the heck?
Let's go see him at once, Mr. Nahuto.
Kazuma's my
Yeah?
best friend in the world, but I'm not really sure I know how to talk
Does
to
he
him
have
at the
an
moment.
I don't even know that.
Well, let's hope he doesn't.
I hope it doesn't look
It's like, he has,
nicer
like,
than
the
ours.
closet.
Yeah, right?
He's
It
like
has to be
Ben Zeke's like closet or something.
Wait, what? There we go. I don't like that
Is this a new
thumbnail.
area? This might be a new area.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Oh wait, this is just Ben
Sexy man?
Zeke's.
Oh no, not sexy man.
So, this is the office of Prosecutor Osogi now, is it?
Kazuma-sama is doing well for himself.
Even though he's always forced to kneel on the floor Japanese style in that dark corner?
It's his habit to see the style whenever he's working.
Caesar? Like the
should have known
Caesar
that. You
salad?
know all
Julius
his habits.
Caesar?
Upside down helicopter, you know?
Upside down helicopter.
Huh?
You know. Hey, guys, I
Where
was
is
like
he?
a room next to you guys. I heard everything.
Oh no! Oh! Let's move on. Journey here was wasted. The prosecutor appears to be out. What journey? All it takes is a
You're
click.
wasted.
Perhaps we should
wasted.
discuss things with another prosecutor we know first.
Hey guys,
Oh,
guys. You want to see me empty Ryunosuke's wallet? Watch this.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
No, his wallet.
Where's his wallet? Do something else.
Oh no!
Lagging really badly again.
Yeah.
Oh no! I'm losing money and time. Can you imagine if it was like a
You can't see what
Skyrim?
you're doing.
You can't see what I'm doing?
The stream is lagging.
What? You can't see what I'm. Okay, I'm basically like taking
No.
trips between Lord Chief Justice's office and prosecutor's office because it costs money to like take the carriage.
Imagine that's a thing. Ace Attorney with like limited moves. You only have like 15 moves.
Oh jeez,
No.
that'd be really stressful.
Oh, now he's reading a book.
An
Thank
actual
God.
book.
Thank God. Imagine if he was still reading the thing. Mickey Mouse.
Lord Van Zix is reading too. Look.
Mickey Mouse. Oh! Oh my God! Look at her keychains. What is that?
What?
Look at her
Are those
keychains.
I
bunnies?
can't see. It's too small.
Oh, that's cute.
It looks like Edgeworth. It looks like Edgeworth and the Blue Badger because it's so small on my screen. I just see blue and like gray hair.
It's
I think that's
Sholmes and
Sholmes.
Iris.
Is that Sholmes?
It's Sholmes and Iris.
I can't
As
see.
bunnies.
It's so small.
Oh, that's 720p
Alright.
for you.
Screenshot it for me, please. Anyway.
It doesn't seem like he wants visitors, does he?
But you must have noticed that we're here, surely. Try taking a screenshot of that.
I took a screenshot. I sent it to you.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, I'm a rabbit!
Wow, that quality looks a lot better than I thought.
What do you Nipponese want?
That's no way to greet the lawyer who's trying his hardest to prove your innocence, is it?
Try harder! Bitch. I apologize. He's such a fucking yandere.
Jesus.
So what can I do for you, Mr. Crow?
Yandere.
Like, you
Tsundere.
bitch. I'm sorry, I apologize. Yes, Andre, that's right. I keep on messing those two up.
No, I mean, it makes
No,
sense that
I
he
think-
said it, like, incorrectly,
Honestly?
because, you know, he doesn't know anything about Nipponese.
He's not a weeb.
Yeah, he's not a weeb.
Oh, the fog will lift over London for the first time in months tomorrow.
This
Wait,
is
Daniel,
very
no, this is such a bad joke, but I'm imagining Ryunosuke was like, Iris, what do you call me?
Huh?
Look, press T.
T.
The previous line that Iris said, I'm imagining Ryunosuke's like, Iris, what did you call me?
Oh, wait.
I'm confused.
Is it? Well, we can't exactly say it, can we?
Yeah, we can't say it. Don't say it.
Don't say it.
What? What are you talking about?
Because he's gay.
'Cause he's-
I must
I
say,
don't get
there's
it.
a word.
I must say I'm impressed.
Okay, whatever.
Fog?
Uh-huh. Oh, well, thank you.
Not by you, by your fellow Nipponese, your prosecutor friend.
Fig, feg, fig, fog, foog.
No.
Oh.
We're about to have a PewDiePie situation here.
Ah! Oh, I see. Yes.
Okay, got it.
It's sardonic, don't you think?
What, the video game character?
For a man such as me, still loathing Nipponese to be entirely at the mercy of the two of you. That's true. It's very true. It's at the mercy of two of them. I suppose. It's retribution for having played the part of the Reaper all those years ago.
Played the part.
You gonna talk more? Or you just gonna let us wander?
You once told me that you gladly allowed people to believe you were the Reaper because it helped reduce the amount of serious crime that took place in London.
Well, to be fair, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Amaru says,
Play the part.
JPEG makes a slick joke and Shaw almost ruined YouTube monetization. You flew a little too close to the sun there.
If keeping quiet and playing the part benefits the cause I myself am committed to pursuing, then why would I choose to say anything?
But the henchman of a criminal killed by the Reaper attacked you only the other day. And that was just the most recent of many attempts on your life, wasn't it? Someone is clearly profiting from your silence all about this. Someone is using you.
What?
Believe me, ever since the Reaper first appeared, I've been doing the utmost to expose him, or rather expose the organization.
Oh, it's a whole organization.
Like Banks?
It's like a snuggling green. Snuggling.
It's inconceivable that all those accidents were orchestrated by one man. Like Iris's birth, she was an accident. The Reaper always very accurate information about the accursed in each case. Which can only mean...
That's a lot of talk for someone for small cock. Anyway.
that somebody in Scotland Yard is involved. Is that a thing? That's a lot of talk for someone in small cock.
Someone that you can't mean.
Your father. It's taken me many years, but I finally identified the central figure in the Reaper organization. Tobias Gregson.
What? No!
Gregson? The Reaper?
What? Gregson was the Reaper the whole time?
Oh, he has to be
What
wrong.
the-
So, the reason you
Yeah,
were
I know,
investigating
that's
Inspector
cool.
Gregson is because you intended to expose him as the Reaper?
Yes, that's what I said.
Does
That's
this mean
what
that they were
keeping me
investigating each other as the Reaper?
It's like, what's it like? It's like two spies. What's it? Do you have two spies? I don't know.
Yeah?
As I said, the Reaper's belly is not a single person.
It's like the other Grasso.
It's not a single person, so it's definitely not you. It's a highly secret organization with close ties to Scotland Yard. But there's no doubt that Gregson was a key member of that organization.
What organization? The other Grassos? I don't believe it.
First Yard of Garasu.
You think that Gregson was behind all those awful criminal media affairs?
I am vengeance. Gregson didn't do the dirty work himself.
Oh,
I'm Batman. He was the
I'm
tactician.
Batman.
His job is to covertly investigate the marks and to plot their assassinations. In order to do that without arousing suspicion, he regularly needed a firm alibi.
Arouse and firm in the same sentence? Which is where
That's
Mr.
not the
Vigil
only thing
came,
that's firm.
posing as the inspector.
Whenever I do that face, my cock gets hard. But the room... Wait. Vigil knows nothing of the Reaper. But the room he rents on Fresno Street was almost certainly the headquarters of the organization. Gregson would have met the assassin there for briefings.
So we don't actually know who carried out the killings, do we?
Actually, I do have a name.
Yes, we know, Van Zeeks. You what?
Well, if you can name the man, you have the true identity of the Reaper already then.
Or, if you can name the woman.
Oh,
Gina? He's
it's
not gonna
it's
say
be
Gina,
fucking-
is he?
No, I don't think it's. I think it's Sythe.
She's a young woman by the name of Asa Shin.
What?
Gina?
What? Shin?
Oh,
Miss
Asa
Asa Shin.
that's it.
You get the name right. You get the pun right.
Yes, yes, I do. Gee, that's not suspicious at all.
I don't get it.
Who's reading? Who reads this?
Assassin! Oh, okay.
Miss Asa Shin, the true name of the terrifying killer I know too well. It's not her, it's the Swan.
It does not.
She came to Japan posing as a visiting student, murdered. Oh wait, Iris, close your ears. John H. Wilson.
No.
Just let it seem. Diplomatic protection can help her carry escape Japan and conviction.
What did you say? Wait, did you say Wilson?
Nothing. The mysterious woman herself was murdered in a small summer beach hut.
No, we said
And
Watson.
that woman was actually the Reaper of the Valley. Meanwhile, Susanoo was like, "What? There's a murder? I didn't know that one." She was murdered. What?
Mr. Naruto, this perhaps isn't the place to discuss.
No, of course not. We can't mention it here. The fact that she killed Dr. John H. Wilson. Because Iris doesn't know, and it's very likely that the man was her father.
What are you guys talking about?
They didn't tell her for. Has it been like a year? It's been like a year. They haven't told her.
I should let my father know at once.
Yes, I agree.
I was like, I should let my father know too. He's in Japan.
You know, everything else in the game's plot is secondary. The primary plot is really trying to keep Iris from finding out. It's like, uh-oh, we can't let her find out.
Kazuma, isn't it? Kazuma Sogi. I'd say he's a friend, wink, of yours.
My best friend. He's the whole reason I got to come to Britain. And come in general. It was all on his merits. I have nothing
You
to
know,
respect
you
for.
guys have a really weird definition of a best friend. I don't think best friends sit in the closet for 2 hours.
Yes, I understand that. Only the very best students are selected for such opportunities. And I had a fine demonstration of how sharp he is in the proceedings earlier today. I missed nothing.
What are you toasting?
You hear the rain?
There's only one thing to toast. There's only one thing to toast. There's only one thing.
No,
to toast.
we have like an oven toaster.
In fact, his flawless performance very much reminded. Whoa, remind me of my father.
Oh. Kenshin Asogi, the professor.
Like father, like son. Performance.
Yeah.
It's true that the aristocracy of the time was the root of numerous grave societal problems. They were abusing their power, playing with the common man as pawns in politics and economics, in war. In many ways, Asogi was carving out the canker from... What the fuck is a canker? From society.
Wanker?
Oh, cancer, maybe. No, maybe it's cancer. From society that we British couldn't deal with ourselves. Isn't canker like
I
another
see.
way to say cancer?
It is? Van Zeeks, do you mean cancer?
That's precisely why it makes no sense. Why am I laughing so much? Clint Van Zeeks was a noble and upstanding man. He wasn't correct. Why did that damn Nipponese have to go and take my brother's life? In spite of having one saved mine.
He saved your life? How did that happen?
Whoa, for the first time ever, Genshin saved someone's life. It was 10 years ago on a foggy night. What was to be the professor's final strike had sent a wave of panic through the capital.
So Clint Van Zeeks had already been killed at this point then.
Genshin and I were walking down some back streets at a late hour. Of course, at that point, I had no idea the true nature of the man at my side. All of a sudden... Who's this?
It's just a random photo, I think. Wait, Gregson.
Whoa. We were surrounded.
He looks badass.
He's younger.
We were surrounded. All they saw is one with pistols. Their faces obscured by stars.
I went through puberty really late.
It was not one of
Clint was all of the noble heritage. He was a brilliant prosecutor as well. The scum of London hated the sight of him, and they had no sympathy for his younger brother either. That's me. I've been targeted several times before already.
Yeah, it's Van Zeeks, alright, we got him.
I could hear them murmuring amongst themselves. I knew they were after me. They knew I was sus. But just when I thought my time had come,
Who's that young boy? He looks handsome. Oh, who's taking Genshin?
You guys. I don't know. I'm fine. It's like one line, probably.
If I let them kill you, Clint will never forgive me.
What the
All
fuck?
Japanese dads are from the south. All Japanese dads are from the south.
Oh yeah, except for Jigoshu. What's his name? What?
Jigoku.
Jigoku.
Yeehaw! Tim will never forgive me.
Jigoku.
Death guilty verdict. It was Asugi's voice just whispered in my ear.
that was not a whisper.
Bang!
Bang.
Bang.
Big iron on his hip.
After that, I don't really remember what happened. The next thing I knew, there was silence all around. Genshin lay down the cobbled street.
Yay!
We saved the city! Blood was seeping on his left hand. He shielded me.
So much crying in London. What's going on?
Yeah, why is there a lot of crime in London? 2 days later, they arrested him. On suspicion of being London's most notorious mass murder ever, Genocide Jack. I mean, the professor.
Ah, did someone say? I'm kidding. Oh, I love you.
All at once, I lost my brother, revered, and the foreign friend I once held in such high regard.
I'm so sorry, Lord Van Zeeks.
That's the end of my miserable tale. I never thought I'd recount it to anyone.
Well, thank you for confiding in me.
The Professor, the Reaper, Inspector Gregson. I'm just saying names. I wonder how intimately related they all are.
I still can't quite believe that Gregson was essentially the Reaper, giving assassination orders to Jose Brett.
Mr. Naruto, let's go in for my father. I'm sure our government will want to hear about this new information. Oh, this is your dad, Susie. Hurry!
Yes, alright. Let's head back to the Great Waterloo Hotel then.
Waterloo! What do you mean? What do you mean?
I love it. It's raining outside. It's pouring cats and dogs.
It's
Love
raining
it.
men. It's raining
No, that would be disgusting. Anyway, I bought it yesterday.
We
and
just
I
referenced
think
3 songs at
it's
once.
That's
This
incredible.
place is so pricey. Where do we get all the money, huh? I don't have this kind of money.
Shh. It's a wild guess, but I have a feeling you'd think the same thing tomorrow, too.
My tea has an inner fragment on whatever they're serving in the tea room here, though. What do you say?
Hey!
Ah, look who we have here. This is an unexpected pleasure.
That's what he sounds like now?
Skipper?
And
Skipper?
Skipper.
Skipper?
Oh, father!
Oh! Is this your dad, Susie? How lovely!
He's like, what the fuck is it? Mickey Mouse? What a charming young lady. And you are. Oh,
It
shit.
doesn't get into this, sir.
You're the author of The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, are you?
Aha! That's me! Iris Winslow at your service, sir! This has been such a wonderful friend to me over the last year, you know?
Well, Miss Wilson, I must say I read your work regularly and with much interest. It was kind of shit. You don't know how to spell.
Iris actually lives with Mr. Shows, you know, father.
Oh, we need to call the cops then. I'm going to explain that by looking at her eyes. So creepy. What the heck?
You wouldn't be smiling so warily if you just knew how bright she is, believe me.
He just like accepts it. He's like, oh yeah, 10 years old. That's reasonable. Now then, young Naruhodo, it was a pleasure seeing you in action earlier. As an invitee of a symposium, I was allowed to observe from the gallery after I twisted some arms. Oh damn!
Oh, whoa!
And I must say, it was a truly exemplary performance.
Oh, thank you very much. Although I'm fairly sure you meant it by Kazuma when you were there.
Yeah, Kazuma was winning, I think. No, please don't misunderstand. It was you who impressed me.
Really?
You didn't miss a step against Isogi, and we all know how capable he is. It's very sexual. Really, to mature into such a fine defense lawyer at less than a year is quite extraordinary.
It's very kind of you to say so. And really nice to hear.
What I saw in court today confirmed what I'd been hoping for. The favor I mentioned yesterday, Naruhodo, I trust you haven't forgotten.
Oh, no, you
What did you ask?
did mention something, didn't you? To never leave Susato or something, to take care of Susato?
We have to do so. We have something to report, father.
I have a question. Who's Susato? I don't know who that is. Of course. Shall we take some tea while we discuss matters further?
Who are you talking to? I wonder where Judge Jugaku has got to. Jugoku.
Imagine if it's all like the Atagarasus, it's actually Susato's dad, Gregson, and the judge. What? All those Japanese people. Father, do you know about the so-called Reaper of the Valley?
My favorite Japanese person, Gregson. I've heard rumors. Some members of the judiciary explained it all to me yesterday. Of course, when I was visiting student here in London, the Reaper was yet to emerge.
Right, he didn't appear until after that case when the visiting student had already returned home.
Lord Van Zeeks was in the dock today. That was Barack, the younger brother of Clint Van Zeeks, I believe.
That's right. And he's known throughout London as the Reaper, as you heard. But the truth is, it wasn't him behind all of those mysterious deaths. It was someone else.
It was you, I see.
Yes.
So you're saying is there's been a professional killer at work here?
Exactly. Someone by the name of Assassin, in fact.
Hey, no offense, it's a really stupid name. I beg your pardon. Did you say Assassin? You mean that Giselle Brett woman who was responsible for killing my great friend?
Father!
I didn't.
Oh no! A friend of yours was killed? I wonder
I didn't say his name. I didn't say his name. It's fine. I didn't say his name.
Professor Mikitoba, I think we shouldn't perhaps discuss this right now.
Why the fuck not?
friend the professor is talking about is Dr. John H. Wilson. And that's not something we want Iris to find out about. Not like this, anyway.
She gotta find out eventually. Might as well tell her
So
now.
do we avoid this dialogue option? Is this like a test of morality?
No, it's not.
No.
Ah! I've just remembered something.
That was rather out of the blue, random Japanese girl I've never met before.
She's doing this deliberately. Who is?
I think I'll go and see if I can purchase some. I wonder. Would you like to come to one?
Oh, okay. I think it's like, okay, Rinosuke, you deal with it.
Oh yes. You just tried to leave me behind.
Oh shit. So that young girl, that's my daughter? What the hell? She's so ugly. She's called Iris Wilson, is she?
Yes, that's right.
She's the author of those adventure stories starting the great detective Sholmes.
I'll let you know, Father, that this ugly girl put more girls than you have ever had.
Yeah, I'm not into girls. The credit author is an Iris. Is it? And the credit author is an Iris, is it?
Stop for a second. Daniel, or JPEG, someone's mic is going like.
Yeah, it's Daniel. I can hear it as well.
Really? What's happening to it?
Daniel? It's like being microwaved.
Yeah, Daniel, get your microphone out of the toaster.
What about now?
Still.
It's still there.
Hmm.
It's not that bad for me, but maybe for sure it's really loud.
Yeah, for me it's very loud.
Imagine what it's like for the stream. Hello?
Mari, you still there? Do you hear?
What about now?
Still.
Not sure what to do about it.
It's a really good sandwich.
Are you still
I'll
eating the
find out,
sandwich
I'll
just
find-
like how Van Zeeks is still reading that book?
No,
12
it's like
inches.
how Gregson always appears a random fish and chips all the time.
It's a foot long. It's a really long sandwich.
Oh, that is pretty long. Yes, I
And
know.
that's what he said.
Ha ha ha.
That's not what you said to me though. She didn't say that to me.
Aw. That's the name of her father, you see.
She has a fucking father. What the hell? How do you know? Isn't Wilson like the most common fucking name there is? Oh, it went away. Dr. John H. Wilson.
Yeah.
I was deeply indebted to the man for all the kindness he showed me during my time in London. That's why I was keen to reciprocate and invite him to the Imperial Yuma University 4 years ago.
But he was murdered last year by Giselle Brett. Why? Why would the hand of the Reaper stretch all the way to Japan? Iris knows nothing about that case, but it seems very likely that the victim, Dr. Wilson, was her father.
Well, I can't say we ever spoke about his family, so I don't know if he had a daughter or not. But I think I can say with some certainty that he was never the great detective's partner.
So, It could have been another Dr. John Wilson, you think?
Well, John and Wilson are both common names after all.
But you know it isn't? Watson.
Still, it's what the fuck is a Watson? You can't say that! Still, it's probably best not to mention this to the young lady until we can be sure.
That's what we thought. Yes.
We're back with cinnamon biscuits.
Ooh, they smell delicious, Iris.
That reminds me that John Wilson's corpse also smelled delicious. I mean, shit.
I think cinnamon will go very well with the tea they serve here, don't you, Susie?
Ooh, nom nom.
Yes, I'm sure you're right, Iris.
I think there's gay bacon in this.
I haven't seen Judge Jikoku for a while. Have you? Guilty. But that guilty is still ringing in my ears.
No, now you mention it, I haven't seen him since this morning either.
When I was dead.
No.
We have begun to explore the Great Exertion, can you imagine? Oh no!
That reminds me of something you mentioned yesterday. About Judge Jikoku having once been in the dock himself?
Ah, yes, it was all tied up in that accursed trial.
The closed trial of Kazuma's father.
Sashiro was trying to mitigate Genshin's guilt, so he took the stand to testify, but he got a little carried away and actually managed to break the witness stand.
Whoa.
This is so buff. Oh my.
Guilty! He also said some contemptuous words about the British Empire for which he was charged.
Oh dear. Although it's worryingly easy to imagine him doing that.
Well, he was alright in the end. He was acquitted and we returned home to Japan together. Best friends.
Thank goodness.
Ah, yes, talking of Sashiro. I have a copy of the photograph we all took together here yesterday, please. Taka pose.
Oh, what a lovely picture.
It certainly seems to shout, "We've arrived in Britain."
Wait, oh, we're gonna use the photo like to contradict something in the back. Like, no, he wasn't at his place. He was actually in the photo.
None of us have any idea what was coming when we took that, did we?
No, that's so true.
No, that's true.
No, that's wrong.
So, you mentioned a favor that you'd like to ask me?
Yeah, but there are children here, so I can't say it now. What a faithful trial that you're fighting. One way or another, it'll be over before long. And when it is, I'd like to accompany me back to Japan. I'd like you to accompany me
want
back
me to do?
What? Father, what is the meaning of this?
She's so sassy. Look at that pose. Look at her pose.
Yeah,
She's so
yeah,
sassy.
damn.
It's like, bitch, what the fuck? Now, Sushiro, you should understand. You've seen how the courts work firsthand. Japan's judiciary is in its infancy, especially when it comes to defense.
Oh, you mean...
The Supreme Court judiciary is in desperate need of a good defense lawyer. As soon as possible, really quite urgently, in fact.
But I've not even been in London a year yet.
I've read all of Sushiro's reports. I'm well aware of your my surprise earlier today. Oh, hello. Having seen action eyes earlier, there's no question. You, Naruhodo, are precisely the man this country needs.
I need a hero!
Oh, if you're leaving then, Bruno?
Yes.
But then, what am I supposed to do, Father?
It's very Gravity Falls-esque right here. Came to serve as a Sovi's judicial assistant.
Oh yes, she's supposed to be Kazuma's assistant.
Our government is still in the process of deciding how to best deal with the situation, though. What do prosecutor assistants even do other than cut off the wine bottles? They don't do anything. You've always chosen your own path, Susanoo. And I trust your judgment in this matter also.
Father, what? I have the right to choose? The right to what?
Yes. You're the first Japanese woman to ever choose. Please, the pair of you, don't look so downcast.
Because back in the isn't it a period of time where women couldn't vote even?
Yeah, I don't think they could vote until 1918. It's merely a suggestion you understand, and if I'm honest, but I won't force you. Actually, I'm not sure if it's in Britain. I know that was in the U.S. All I ask is that you consider it and come by decision by the time the trial concludes.
Yes, all right.
'Cause I know the U.S. was one of the last countries to get women to vote.
Huh.
That was in 1918, and this is in 1900.
The thought hadn't even crossed my mind. Up until now, I've just been trying to do what I believe to be Kazuma's will, but it turns out he's still alive, so where does that even leave me?
I can't wait for the scene where the Russian guy just bombs everyone. It's gonna be fun.
What?
It'll just be Iris playing with Wagahai, and all of a sudden, well, if you'll excuse me now, I need to telegram the government ministers about the Japanese police with the information about Assassin.
You guys need to Father, you need to stop just taking everybody back to Japan. Nobody wants to come back, okay? Of course, Father.
Why not?
Thank you.
There's anime. Anime's about to be invented. I look forward to next month's installment, Miss Wilson. Have you checked out this new anime thing? It's awesome. Next month's installment, Miss Wilson.
Oh, good. And please do come to Baker Street sometimes, won't you?
I don't wanna.
I'd love to entertain you, haha.
I really don't wanna. I'd be delighted. The best of luck for tomorrow, Naruhodo. And, give my suggestion your full consideration, won't you?
Yes, I will. Going
You
back
fucking better,
home?
Doesn't he have, like, family Naruto? Like, he has no mother, no father, or nothing?
Oh yeah.
The protagonists in these games never mention their parents.
I know. Kazuma-sama has always meant a great deal to my father.
Oh, except for Edgeworth.
I'm sure he'd love the chance to meet with him to talk about him, about all of this.
Yes, no doubt.
That's not me.
I don't
Oh,
think that's
Assassin!
Rinosuke either.
Oh, of course! It's Iris!
Oh man.
Yeah, there we go. How can I be negated to consider the possibility before now?
Ah, Mr. Shomes.
My limp penis!
Hey,
Where have you been?
Why, I joined you for tea, of course! Oh, what an extraordinary question!
I didn't notice you at all.
No matter, no matter. Anyway, to more pressing concerns, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, yes?
I must dispatch a telegram to your country at once. It's a matter of such urgency.
To Japan, you mean?
No, to fucking China. Yeah, of course, Japan. Tell to whom I trust this task. Quickly now, who?
Oh, well.
I was gonna give it to Gregson, but he kind
My
of died.
father has just left to send a telegram to the Imperial Police for bleh.
I see. Actually, I don't see. What the fuck did you just say? Well, you look reliable enough for a bearded fellow. It's racist.
I don't think my father's sport would be considered a bard, Mr. Jones.
Oh, there's not a moment to lose. Ask your trusty unshaven father to see if this is it.
I will, but what is it?
Ooh, what's this? No questions at a time, if you please, Miss Usuno. All we can do is pray. That for once, my deduction is Ori.
Doesn't that imply that you're do?
Now then! You may be surprised to learn that I am a very busy man. I have certainly no time to hide behind the settees and eavesdrop on other people's conversations.
So what's joining us for tea, man?
Ho-ho! I leave the sending of this in your hands here, my dear fellows.
It's just a tracking device on Iris. It's like a puppy.
Ah, wait a minute, Mr. Shomes.
It's like what Francisca had on Gumshoe. It's the tracking device.
Yeah. I can't believe she had a fucking tracking device on his jacket. Oh my god. Okay.
he just sort of ran off, didn't he? Quite a pace.
And left the unpaid bill for his tea behind, too.
Must catch up with father to tell him off at once.
And I'll run to call a cab straight away.
And there was me thinking everyone would be clamoring to pay Mr. Shome's bill.
Fucking cheapskate. See, this is why he don't waste his money. No, he's like, he has no money. So sad.
Oh man.
You ever hate it when your player wastes all your money?
And like... Wait, where are we going again?
Wherever
To
you
find
want.
his dad?
Huh?
Wherever you want.
You'll I really want.
What do you think, Shaw?
I don't know. They told us to go to find Sasuda's dad. You know, just an.
Maybe we can
I
check
haven't
back on the
shown-
prosecutor's office, see if he's here yet.
Yeah.
Kazusha. Everyone's favorite character, Kazusha.
Your chip.
I
what are you
still
doing?
can't go there.
Kazusha Ashogi.
What about the hospital bed?
What do you have to do in the hospital bed?
Jump
This
on
is
it.
the word. This is where the word where Mr. Regal was brought, apparently. I
To
read
be
this.
frank, I'm a little worried about seeing him again.
We didn't. Oh, okay.
Ah,
Regularly.
the lawyer. Hello again.
Are you feeling any better now, Mr. Regally?
Yes, thank you. Somewhat better. I'm so sorry to have caused you to... I mean, it was because of me. If I hadn't exposed your secret and forced you to remember things you obviously tried to forget... The prosecutor was here until a few moments ago, too. You just missed him. Oh! Kasuma's... Oh my god, Daniela's vigil is spectacular. Thank you, Kamaru. You should have heard me as Boone. Hugh Boone. Hugh Boone. He said much the same as you. He was very apologetic. But the truth is, I brought all this upon myself. How many times have Shaw and Dan been husband and wife? Oh, that's true. Yeah, you did voice. I voiced the.
What?
It was the first time I cursed God. The policeman, and you were the girlfriend.
We always do this, so Jibek would have the chance to do the best voice.
Okay, that's a really good point. Anyway, please don't think like that. Keeping it from Evie, my wife, all these years, I've carried such a sense of guilt, but that's not the worst of it. Over time, I obviously came to deceive myself as well.
You mean about your dismissal?
Looking back now,
How do you deceive yourself?
I'm beginning to think that perhaps Inspector Gregson didn't stumble across me by accident at all. I mean, he compensated me so generously for acting as his stand-in. He was clearly concerned for my well-being and doing what he could to help. So perhaps Gregson knew exactly what had become of Mr. Vigil all along then. I'm sure this just deserts for 10 years of lies and deception, but... It wasn't me that helped the professor escape 10 years ago. It wasn't me! I swear it! I swear it's true!
Excuse me.
Oh, Mr. Wrigley.
I'm gonna jump out the window! Ah!
I'm gonna go out the fucking window!
That's not the only thing that goes out the window.
How did you get here? I'm sure you'd rather not dredge up even more from your past at this time, but if possible, could you... Oh, Jesus Christ! Could you tell us exactly what had happened? Oh, I want to. I need to get all of this off my chest. I just...
You gonna start stripping?
Ugh, I just want someone to tell me what I should have done.
Not been a loser. That's what you should have done.
Fucking loser. Inspector Gregson was obviously engaged in a special operation of some sort. He was investigating something that even Scotland Yard couldn't know about. Details of the Reaper's marks, yes. It was when he had to carry out those investigations that I would take his identification and impersonate him. You'd pretend to be the inspector and carry out investigations on his behalf? Oh no, never! A common street peddler couldn't possibly carry out a proper police investigation. All I would do is go to the specified location and make a little hoo-ha. Just something to leave an impression, so everyone there would think a detective called Gregson was here.
There's a character that's gonna show up soon, and I want to take them.
Okay,
Just
go
for
ahead.
memes.
So, that's what you were doing the day prior to the incident?
Yes, he asked me to make an appearance at the park on Lime Street for the Red-Headed League event. So as usual, I flashed the inspector's identification around and was very vocal about my presence.
Well then, were the taken prisoners by those red-headed, fun tasters?
Yes. So, you would always make a point of showing Gregson's identification and generally being loud. That's what the inspector asked me to do. Yes.
Well, that's one way of becoming a legendary detective, I suppose. Not a good one, though.
Oh my god.
What? And as you know, I suffered this bruising around my neck at their hands. But the following day, they kept their word and released me. Without returning the inspector's identification to you, however. We had arranged to meet in the Fresno street room at 5 that day, so I could report back to the inspector. But at the agreed time, that's when I heard the gunshot. Komaru says, "This guy pale as fuck."
Yeah, didn't one
doesn't
of us
touch
say it
grass.
was like a sunburn? Didn't one of us say it was like a
Yeah.
sunburn?
Yeah.
Not me. Never.
A tan. It was at midnight on 17th June 10 years ago. That was the time scheduled for the execution. But the professor's execution never actually took place, did it?
Oh, rather, the execution itself must have been used to the effect of the plan of escape. I hardly dare to imagine what a chilling plan it was.
Being chilling.
This guy's just Gregson's bitch.
Yeah. Errand boy. Barclay was renowned for being the highest security prison in the country. Everything that went in or out of the place was searched multiple times. But there was one notable exception. Or rather, one notable loophole. Something that was never questioned. I have a feeling I know what that loophole was now. The coffins into which the bodies of the executed convicts were placed, correct? Yes. Once the coroner had confirmed the death of a condemned convict, the body was taken in its coffin for immediate burial in Lowgate Cemetery, just behind the prison. The chief warder first had to sign the necessary papers. And after that, no member of staff was permitted to touch the coffin containing the body again. When execution
This reminds me, have we ever had a good coroner? You ever had a good coroner?
I mean, there was
Coroner that's
the
not
grandma coroner from Investigations 2. There was,
evil. Wasn't she evil?
Sorry?
Wasn't she evil?
Oh, yeah, no, she wasn't, was she evil, or was she just, like, very inept? I don't know.
I thought she helped Manfred von Karma.
Oh, yeah, she did.
What are you guys talking about?
Grandma.
I don't remember
simple
any
grandma.
ones.
Simple grandma.
I mean, she had a bit of a redemption towards the end, didn't she?
The grandma that kept on slapping her granddaughter.
The one that had a weird bun and purple hair.
What was her name again? Bonnie or something?
I forgot. Bonnie, maybe? Yeah, I don't know.
Bonnie Young. That was her name. Bonnie
Yeah,
Young.
Bonnie. Certainly way better than Hottie. When executions took
Dr. Hardy.
only the executioner and the coroner were permitted inside the chamber. I would wait in the adjacent room for the word that the condemned convict was dead. On that occasion, once I had that confirmation, I went into the mortuary to find a lone coffin, as usual. The procedure was that I would sign the paperwork having checked the coffin, then nail it shut. But for some reason that day, the coffin was already nailed shut.
No!
I didn't think anything of it at the time. I assumed that my deputy must have checked the coffin and nailed it shut before I arrived. So you mean the coffin contained... Yes, I can only imagine that Isogi, having escaped his execution somehow, was alive inside the coffin. The coffin was then taken out through the main gates and deposited in Lowgate Cemetery.
Presumably, there would have been enough air inside to breathe for long.
So in the early hours following the burial, somebody dug up the coffin again to set Genshin free.
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
It tried so hard.
They shot at the graveyard anyway. What on earth happened in the Lowgate Cemetery that night, I wonder?
You really don't want to know. I'm afraid I really don't know. All I can say with certainty are two things. Isogi couldn't possibly have escaped that way without help from somebody working in the prison. And that somebody was not me.
Convict Isogi.
Obviously, you knew the man then. The professor, I mean. Genshin Isogi. Yes, I remember him well, in fact. Would you mind telling us what you know? Well, having been condemned to death as he was, any contact I had with the man was short, obviously. After that trial, which was carried out behind closed doors, attended only by elite members of the judiciary, they called for his execution to be carried out at the earliest possible opportunity. The outcome of the trial was set from the beginning, wasn't it?
It was a nice, dedicated diplomacy when Britain and Japan were in the process of signing an important treaty. That meant that it's potentially destabilizing. The case had to be dealt with swiftly and distractedly.
This man had less than a week in total. As I was the chief warder, I oversaw a short stay in the cells until his final hour. I remember being struck deeply by his noble character and incredible resilience. What do you mean exactly? He was a killer of many men, but he was always quiet and polite. He was a gentleman and a man of intellect. In fact, I couldn't bring myself to believe what he'd done, so I asked him one day. Those 5 members of the aristocracy whose lives were taken, were you really responsible?
Wow, we're not gonna see him? God damn it.
God damn it.
We're just not gonna show him. I'm guilty of the unforgivable crime of ending another human's life, yes.
In hindsight, I should have asked him about the accent too. The following day, the close trial took place, and the verdict was no surprise. Guilty. Guilty! That night, when he was brought back to his cell, I saw something. Something unusual. Something unusual? What? It's not unusual to escape your execution. It's not unusual to rise from the dead in Lowgate Cemetery. The last will and testament of Genshin Asogi. As I said, it was on the night following his trial after he'd been found guilty. The winter better be close, Teskamaru. Oh,
he's gonna jump out of it again.
Looking very
like,
tempting right now.
Tomorrow.
I was doing the rounds of the cells, and when I looked into Asogi's, I noticed that he seemed to have a sheet of paper in his hand. His last will and testament, then, presumably. As soon as he noticed me, he hurriedly shoved it behind his back.
This guy's the worst fucking hair ever. I'm looking at it.
Why did you find that so unusual? Isn't it normal for a man to pen a will when he knows his death is not?
Yes, that's true, but there were some special conditions to Asogi's incarceration, you see. What sort of conditions? Well, even though he was held in a cell designed for condemned inmates, he was allowed to keep his personal effects with him, with one exception. Really? He was allowed these things? That is certainly unusual. Of course, he'd been convicted of killing 5 members of the aristocracy, but at the same time, he was a guest in our country from the Empire of Japan. The powers that be were determined that his final days shouldn't be needlessly uncomfortable.
And what was the expectation you mentioned to the personal effect he was allowed?
That's the point. He wasn't permitted to have writing materials. Specifically, no pens or paper.
So, he was prevented from leaving any written record of what had happened to him.
No, Cesaro. It's so that he wouldn't go John Wick on the entire prison. With a fucking pencil! Yes, that was the long and the short of it. I've no idea where he obtained that paper. Any writing materials would have been confiscated from him upon his incarceration. As I said, he hid the paper behind his back and then he pleaded with me. What did you just hide behind your back?
It was a pencil! Please turn a blind eye. It's my lifeline.
But...
I'm gonna masturbate myself to death.
Oh!
No!
Okay, I'll turn a blind eye to that for sure. But you know it's against the rules.
You know the rules, and so do I. You're the only person
A little commitment is all I'm thinking of.
If you just agree to keep quiet.
You wouldn't... Alright then. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. But what's on that paper?
My son, I want you to give it to my wife. Her last will and testament.
Wanna tell him how you feel? Gotta let them understand.
Can you wait? Question: Can you jack off on like a piece of paper, give it to someone, and then that's like a baby or whatever?
What?
This will is the only weapon I have now. Like sperm, you can donate your sperm. Yeah, you obviously can donate your sperm. Never mind. This will is the only weapon I have now.
Well, you better not to give it up. And I will never let you down. Never gonna okay, that's enough. How can a will be a weapon? Well, you see, I once saw him in the cafeteria with 3 other men, and he killed 3 men with a fucking pencil. So I decided to pretend I'd see nothing, and I let him keep his will. But then later, he just seemed to vanish without trace. What? What do you mean it vanished? He ate it.
It would seem that this isn't the end of the story with this mysterious will.
You're a mysterious will. Ugh.
I was the only person who saw Sogi's will. By the way, his will wasn't the only will that disappeared that day. It was also my will to live, but somehow it disappeared.
Is he lagging?
Oh, did you guys not hear my joke?
Or am I lagging?
I said that wasn't the only will that disappeared that day. It was also my will to live.
You saw him jacking off.
He was after a Sogi's. Why is execution in quotation marks? Is he talking about the when he caught him in the act?
Probably.
Ugh.
Which was actually a elaborate jailbreak.
He did it out the
You're gonna let me
window.
jailbreak.
The warders gathered up Asogi's possessions that were in his cell. In it, they found a paper stained with white. They were all back to be sent to his family home in Japan, you see. Oops.
It's me. Poor Kazuma.
He was planning on mailing cum to his own son? And you're saying that it wasn't anywhere to be found among his personal effects? Sorry. Personal effects. The will, I mean.
Discord loaded for me. What the hell?
It's 3 bars right now for me. That's right. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't die. We need you. We need your testimony, please. Don't die.
That's right. Though I didn't search through them myself. But Governor Cajun was livid. He was screaming. What was he screaming? What was he screaming? What was he screaming? It kinda disappeared completely. In what way?
It's not here. It's not happening. I'm not here. It's not happening.
Oh, we understood that only Mr. Wrigley was aware of the will's existence.
That there. That's not me. I'm not here. This ain't happening.
In which case, did the person go to look for it?
No alarms. No surprises. Oh yes, you're right. I really don't know how he knew. But it certainly seemed as though he knew of the will's existence from the outset. Only he didn't refer to it as a will. What he said was, the Asogi Papers. The Asogi Papers? What? I really can't tell you anything of these subsequent events. Because, well, of what happened. Your dismissal, and the way you blocked it all from your memory. I'd forgotten all this until today. I don't suppose it's relevant to the case, though. Well, anyway, thank you very much for sharing it with us, Mr. Vigil. We're very grateful. If you don't mind
Save our
me,
lives. We are eternally
I'm
grateful.
just going to stand very close to this window. I'm afraid there's very little more I can tell you. My wife, Evie, will be here shortly, so I hope I don't appear rude, but... No, not at all. Thank you again.
But what will become of you now?
Well, impersonating police officers is a criminal offense, of course. I imagine that once I'm fully recovered, I shall be arrested. I'm so sorry. Don't be, please. This was all my own doing. I always knew that this day would come. Well, I wish you well. Goodbye, Mr. Vigil. Ah! Before you go,
Oh no! Don't kill yourself!
there's just one thing. Yes? What is it? The Asogi papers. They weren't made of paper. I'd be very grateful if you'd make no mention of the things I told you about them. Presumably for some good reason.
Now fuck that, let's tell everyone.
It's my understanding that their very existence is a closely guarded secret. If it became known that I'd remembered, well, it would rather be troublesome, I think. I understand. I understand. Some sort of welded Genshin Asogi pen just before his death, which the man himself claimed was his last weapon. I wonder, perhaps it had something to do with his plan to escape. If there's anyone who might know more about a document that Kazuma's father left behind.
It will be Mr. Wiggly's governor.
I was gonna say Kazuma, but okay.
Then we know precisely where we must go, back to the Berkeley prison.
Oh no. Oh, he looks
Oh,
so
no.
depressed.
This game has so many suicidal people. There was Olive Green. There was what's his name? The fat guy, the orange hair. What's his name? Pop Windy Bank or something like that. Or Hatch. What's his name?
Oh yeah. Oh, the guy with the shopkeeper. I forgot what his name was.
So many suicidal people in this game. Wasn't Shamspeare also suicidal? I don't know.
Where's the? Oh, yeah, this one.
Excusez-moi.
Ah, back again, are you?
Yes. Hello.
I've heard all about your investigations. I read the report now. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to read. You found him a vigil.
Yes, luckily he's verifying with it. He's verifying it with us. So he's like, did I read that correctly?
Well, anywho, the laddie does not work here anymore, so your case has nowhere to go, Mr. Barclay. I wouldn't like you to get the wrong little idea about that.
Of course, yes. Mr. Vigil stopped working here 10 years ago now, so.
Yes, we've seen the dismissal notice, haven't we? We have given the chop.
Hey, come here, you can very well. So how about a wee handcuff biscuit for the little one?
Oh, they really are little handcuffs and hard as iron too.
So what are you doing here today?
Well, there's something else we'd like to ask you about, actually.
Is that so?
We believe there might have been a document that disappeared from the Genshin Asogi cell. I think it's been called the Asogi Papers or something.
Did I know say Gregson's death is not to do with what might have happened at Barclay? Leave the past in the past, lad. Let's not fool around with irrelevant details.
His expressions changed completely.
You know what could be worse than one giant paint bubble? You know what could be worse than one giant paint bubble?
What?
What?
2 giant paint bubbles! Oh, East! I thought you said West! Murderous boxed execution and the whole miserable escape. They were Barclay's darkest hours, eh? A shocking embarrassment.
Because the convict had a collaborator on the prison staff, you mean?
Yeah, because I was like, is this the prison? It was like, no, this is Patrick! Confirmed the death of the man after his execution, Courtney Sythe. And the chief warden at the time, Vigil, who was in charge of the whole affair.
Mr. Ridley says he didn't know anything about it.
The rascal would say otherwise, eh? More handcuffs.
Oh, how could I say no? You can never have too much iron on your diet.
Mr. Wiggly was handed his dismissal notice as the result of what happened. He was so desperate, he jumped up out of your office window, didn't he?
I didn't like to say, but that's just Vigil when she's trying to get out of it. Do you know think he wouldn't have jumped out the shock of his crumbs being exposed, eh? I do.
You wouldn't say otherwise, though, would you?
Of course. All responsibility myself. I should not have let him deceive me. He was like, "This is your wallet," and I was like, "It's not my wallet.
This
Actually,
is your
there's barely
wallet.
anybody that gets. It's not my wallet."
This
They went out of the
belongs to
time
you.
now. No, Gregson haven't been murdered, and Dr. Sythe forbidden from having any visitors.
Ow! What's in that thing anyhow? My wallet. Ah! No visitors? Someone obviously doesn't want to
Just
get
hear about everything.
Is pee pee poo poo an instrument?
Well, we're not going home empty-headed.
And I would not dream of sending you back without your Kimura. Take a handcuff or two.
Oh, no, you refuse to know. What might someone be? And
What the fuck? Anorexic. Well, not anorexic. Anemic.
I suppose if there's anybody who might still care about what happened back then, it'd be that last of the forensic division, Maria Gory.
Maria Gory?
Hey, Sythe's daughter, she didn't have no more, just the one. But the wee Baron's following her man's footsteps. You didn't ever see her without scalpel in her hand.
Ah.
I want to take this character.
Okay.
Mama, what is this?
I'll give him a different voice later. Yeah, then she gets this
Where,
voice
where
now.
did she spring from? And did she just call the doctor Mama? Oh, that's me. Dr. Sythe's daughter, Maria Gory. We could do with talking to her.
Yes, that's me.
So, she's Dr. Sythe's brother, but her surname is Gory?
Hey, there's some family history there, I'm sure. But I'm not kidding the ins and outs of it. I don't give a shit. She grew up watching her man work with the body of the folk who died in strange circumstances. Hello?
Hello.
I said the line.
Oh, sorry.
With the body of the folk who died in strange circumstances and decided to do the same with her own life. I can't understand it myself.
Shaw, you there? Perhaps she was driven by the deep respect for her mother.
That's not the only thing that's deep. And in her mother.
Perhaps,
Damn it!
perhaps, anywho, she was in charge of Gregson's autopsy, I believe.
Right. And the coroner responsible for this incomplete report.
Someone told me once that the wee lassie always loved her mam's stories about cutting up bodies. There's even a rumor that she used to listen to the funeral march as a little.
Jesus
You don't
Christ.
march again. It's like dun
Dun, 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 dun,
No, that's Star Wars. That's Star Wars. I was doing Star
Wait, are you
Wars.
serious? That's Star Wars?
I
Is
was
that actually Star Wars?
I was like, no, what I was doing was Star Wars. I don't know about you.
The Imperial March?
I think you were doing the right one.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's what I was singing by accident.
Oh my god.
I think you were doing it right though.
That,
Well, then perhaps
I would
mother
love
might-
my funeral
What?
to sound that epic though.
You just rise slowly from the grave. Dawn, 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 dawn,
Turning
dawn,
the... taking the G out of graveyard. You know?
Oh, that's me. Graveyard. Taking the what was the other one? Adding the fun in funeral. That's the one.
Yes.
Well, then perhaps your mother might have told her about the autopsy from the case 10 years ago.
Hey, I'd say there's a fighting chance at least. After all, there was a life-changing case for all of us.
We really need to speak to Miss Gory herself about this, I think.
I
Well,
lost my best friend, SpongeBob.
Thank you very much.
I'm not happy about this. Who you call him, Pinhead? It took years for Londoners to finally forget the whole professor business. Can you no give it up on this, laddie? Stop asking pointless questions.
I'm sorry, I don't like dredging up these painful memories for everyone.
Can you please just stay away, no? Leave me alone and may come back here, eh?
Is he Canadian? What the hell?
I can't tell either.
Is
Oh,
mayonnaise
sorry,
an
old man. We
instrument?
haven't even gotten to the most important part yet.
Let's wait for Shaw for this one.
Okay.
Did you call me?
No, it's okay.
Did
We have technology. Oh!
Oh,
Hello?
I'm here, guys.
Did you read this yet?
Here.
Dedicated about the laddie. No, I didn't read it. About the laddie. There's no many folks even here in this prison who've heard of the papers.
Ah, well, I can't tell him what Mr. Vigil told me.
I'm afraid our sources must remain confidential, sir.
Why? Tell me the source! Oh!
We've been led to believe the papers were actually a last will and testament. Is that right? The professors, or rather Genshin Asogi's?
Look at his pose. Like, I'm not a Krusty Krab.
I could easily, like, just Photoshop, like, the Krusty Krab hat on top of him. Would fit.
He actually does kind of look like he's wearing a SpongeBob suit.
Oh, that's right. You're well informed, Jimmy.
Jimmy!
Oh, is that the end of the silent treatment? Fuck you, Jimmy. But then, after the convict's execution, it mysteriously vanished from his cell, didn't it?
Evers, no, you're off the half.
Ew. Rare. I think you did not get your facts right.
It was in the cell exactly where it should have been. Everything in its right place.
Now we heard elsewhere.
Let me have a wee hawk around here. I'm sure I can find it. Oh!
Oh,
Here, see?
sorry. The last will and testament of Genshin Asogi, written with a calligraphy brush.
Of course, I can't even read a word of the doctor's handwriting. But in my mind, he leaves all his worldly possessions to his son back in his homeland.
Yes, that's correct. That's the gist of it.
So, these are the Asogi papers?
Oh, yeah, of course they are. Papers written by Asogi, no doubt about it. There's no mystery here, lady. That's your lot. After all the smashing of the statue of an execution, we sent the man's possessions back to his clan in Japan, and that was the end of it.
I think we ought to make a record of this, Mr. Nahuda, just in case.
Why? One thing before you go on your way, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, yes?
Those papers are not to do with Gregson's death. I prefer it if you did not make any mention of them outside the office, or rather...
Wiggle.
I would just not prefer considered an order from the highest level of government, Mr.
I understand. And that's why he has no more dialogue options. Okay.
Hey, leave me alone! I'm not a
For
Christmas
silence.
crab.
Oops. No, that's... could we perhaps visit the daughter?
No, not yet.
Jacob, you continue me with your sneezes.
Yeah, there's a
Who do we
virus
go
going
to?
around our college.
Maybe we can go back to the prosecutor's office? Because that's not grayed out anymore.
Cause of my Grayson, rather.
Kazuma. You know, I was half expecting him to, like, attack me.
Like, yeah, Slice dead.
He's like the Winter Soldier now. This is just Captain America.
He has a trigger word.
I thought it wouldn't be long before you paid me a visit, Greenhouse.
I thought it wouldn't be long.
I thought it would be long.
Whoa.
I was right about what I said, wasn't it?
Sorry.
That you have all the makings of a great defense lawyer.
Well, I always believe that you fulfill your dream of advocating in the British courts. I just never imagined for 1 second that it would be you as a prosecutor.
Seeing you stand in the courtroom, so I'm truly happy for you. Hey, change your name. And I'm truly thankful for you, Jichichiro Toba. And I'm scared.
I always thought it would be fun for you and I to shake up the Britain legal system for a little together.
Kamaru says, I literally can't handle how fruity y'all are. I love it.
That's our motto. That's our brand.
Only one of them is actually fruity.
Phrase.
But which one? You'll never guess. Ho ho!
This isn't quite how I
It's
envisioned it,
Daniel.
but
It's Daniel.
suppose it's another twist of fate.
Hinged. Unhinged. I've learned a lot of things during my time in London. About how Susato-san's father was himself a visiting student here once, along with Judge Jigoku. And about what happened with your father.
Then you'll have no difficulty understanding why I had no choice, why I had to find a way to get the Britain a visiting student myself.
I want to hear it from you, Kazuma.
A fucking gay. And do it.
Oh, there we go. Alright, so just 1 sec, I'm just gonna crank up the aircon in my room. It is so fucking hot.
Why don't you just take off your clothes?
Huh.
I love how you're considering it. You're like,
I mean, you know, no electricity wasted that way, just body heat and body energy. Now, remember what Patrick said once? We have technology.
Oh, East! I thought you said West!
I love Sholmes. He's so sexy. Sherlock Sholmes.
why are we not doing anything?
I might be getting a bit sleepy over there, because I did take some medicine for my allergic rhinitis.
Your ass? Oh, we're almost done.
Rhinitis.
I'm
I'm reminded of the Batman scene. El Rada. Lara.
Great ass!
It's getting on for... Oh, I'm getting on. You know? It's getting on for a year now, since what happened on the SS Berea. We were heading across the ocean from Japan to Great Britain, when a bizarre series of coincidences led to those tragic events. I thought I'd lost my best friend forever. No more benefits, if you know what I mean.
I must have been unconscious for a long time. When I awoke, I was lying on a bed.
Perfect.
On your bed.
Ooh! Aw.
It was a narrow little room, and there was. I was about to say it was.
Oh,
it was a pocket.
Pussy of flowers. That's disgusting.
Narrow
The
Odo.
pillow. It took me a little while to realize that I was in the cabin of a ship. I slipped out of the room and headed onto the deck.
Were you already suffering from amnesia at this point?
Rita's like, wait, say that again? You were on the what? You slipped on the what?
You slipped on the what?
You have something you have to do. Something no one else can know about.
Huh.
Go to the closet and don't come out.
No. Don't come
Go
out.
to the Great Britain. Our task awaits you there. It was a calling I couldn't ignore. It compelled me to, relentlessly. Out on a deck, I saw what. Wait, I can't read stuff. I saw that I was on a huge steamship and we were docked in a large port. It must have been Hong Kong.
Go to
Come on,
Disneyland?
Ace Attorney protagonist, don't be gay challenge. Impossible. Yes, it must have been. Presumably just before they were due to carry your body off the ship. I wish that were me.
Left the situation. But I did have the feeling that I was in some way my last chance. So I concealed myself amongst the smart passengers.
Amongst?
Among us. And went aboard.
Then I disappeared into the crowded state of that foreign hard city. So I could plan my onward journey to Great Britain.
Huh.
Your father
journey to
Genshin
Britain.
Impact?
Just under a year ago, with all my past memories lost to me, I was left behind in Hong Kong. Everything was foreign to me. The sights, the sounds, the smells. My head reeled. Something. I realize now that I had escaped like a dead man, with nothing but the clothes on my back, no money, of course. Oh, how terrifying for you. Luckily, though, I had 2 feathers in my cup.
One being your knowledge
What?
of English, I suppose.
Oh, did you say cup? I thought you said something else.
What?
I have 2 feathers in
It's
my
just
cup.
like, you're the only person who can read it like that.
Yeah, I
What?
how
That's
do
right.
you misread it? How
And
do you
on the back-
mishear it like that?
That's what I heard. I got 2 feathers in my cock. I was like, what?
Got a little
Dear
too
friend.
excited.
You're saying Daniel is pretty, but you keep talking a lot about cocks. Say, anyway, on the back of that, I was able to pick up some wood as a desk hand on a copper ship.
Dickhand?
Eventually, after calling at countless ports, I finally arrived at Dover. That
Bend
must have been
over?
some-
No, I was
That's
restraining
what I
myself.
was doing. That's what
I
I
was,
was
I was restraining myself from saying it.
Yes, Ryanosuke, I want you now. Bend over. Yes.
Your formidable tenacity.
What are you
and
guys
purpose
turning
showing
me
itself.
into?
Shut up.
Hello there, gay boy.
I mean, the man had lost his memory and had literally nothing to his name. But he still managed to make his way to London on the opposite side of the world.
Of course, I had no idea why I moved heaven and earth to get here at that point.
So, how did you end up becoming Lord Van Dyke's apprentice then?
I don't know, he likes like stray cats, so he's like, hey, come here, baby girl. Anyway, that can only be called an extraordinary stroke of luck, really. See, I was stopped at the border because I had no papers.
Yeah, that'll
Took
stop
me
you.
straight to Scotland Yard. Scotland Yard. By sheer coincidence, Lord Strongheart was there to attend the meeting. That's when the second feather in my cup came to play. Would that have been your knowledge of the law? No, Susudo, it was my handsome face. Yes, exactly. Lord Strongheart was curious about the institution with intimate knowledge of British law. He took me back with him in the Supreme Court and assigned me to the prosecutor's office.
And then, 9 days ago, you finally got your memory back after the trial involving Drebber.
Yes, I did.
Ever since I first met you at Yume, you talked about your dream.
I have a
Mark
dream.
my word. Mark my word, Ryanosuke. I'll be chosen as a visiting student and make my way to the Great Britain Empire.
Did you know the entire time about what happened to your father?
16 years ago.
So cute.
Oh,
When my father left on the exciting trip to Great Britain, I was just a boy.
so cute.
Father!
The boy's nice too.
And I am just a boy.
We took a photograph together the day before his departure. I lost memory of him. But what I remember most about my father is his unswerving sense of justice.
Oh, he has a sword on his side. What the heck?
6 years after he left, a gentleman called at our family home. He told Genshin my father had been taken ill in England and had passed away. It was Professor Mitoba, your father's Suzuki-san. Oh my! Daniel, you need to stop bzzing again.
What?
Ever
What am I
since then,
doing?
the Professor was very good to me. He even helped to fund my university education at uni, with covering his debt. Nevertheless, I just couldn't bring myself to believe what he told me. Oh. Then one day, a letter arrived at our home from Britain. There was no indication of the sender, so I opened it assuming it was from an old acquaintance of my father. What I read in that letter changed my entire life.
What? Wait, I feel
What
like...
said, that's what I was doing.
Okay, what did it say?
It stated my father had been a mass murderer and the victim cursed of his still name. Oh no!
Oh, yes.
That's so weird. As a result of that letter, I found out what had happened, been hidden from me all those years.
How old is he?
Presumably 23. The letters have been sent from the relative of one of the victims. If, however, it would have been the member of the jury, he could have just been present at the closed trial. The letter revealed that my father had been sentenced to death, executed for being a killer.
I'm so sorry you had to find out that way.
I imagine the British government did its very best to silence whoever sent that letter. Someone who knew the truth couldn't bear the resentment and was going to be a problem. But still, it could have been written by anyone. Why would you have believed such a thing? There was a newspaper cutting included in the letter. It was the first I'd ever heard of the professor and his terrible killing spree. Well, what did my father have to say about the letters?
My father will hear about this.
I couldn't bring myself to show it to him.
And he never heard it. What? Why not?
Because he deliberately concealed the truth from me by telling me my father is taking a fatal illness. It couldn't have been easy for him. He'd done it out of consideration for my feelings.
Why is fatal illness is always an excuse to Japanese fathers?
Huh.
So instead, I shoved the letter to Judge Jigoku.
Ah, to the other visiting student.
He faltered for the briefest of the moments, but he had just left the letter off. But in that moment, I saw it on his face. He was undeniably shocked, taken momentarily before getting his poise. A year later, my beavered mother. What is that? What is that?
Bereaved.
Beaver?
Beaver.
Bereaved mother. Beaver succumbed to the stench of grief, and she too passed away. No father, no mother, like usual protagonist and antagonist. That's when I made up my mind that one day, before it fell, I would cross the seas to Britain and seek the truth for myself. The truth about my father, Genshin Isogi. And I wouldn't let anyone stand in my way.
Yeah, you show up. No, fuck. I'm back.
We learned today in court turned things completely on their head. It was an impressive piece of lawyering, Naruto.
Oops. Lord Van Dix isn't the Reaper, you know. I almost don't want to believe it myself, but it turns out that Inspector Gregson himself, the victim.
It's clear that the inspector was behind the Reaper's activity all along.
Oh, 2-1. What? You knew?
Of course I know, sure, I know everything. The real question is who's been giving orders to the inspector? Yes, Rockman Zix is the real Reaper. And I know that 10 years ago it was him. Who decided my father must have been a mass murderer and sent him to his grave? No, it was merely seeing that justice was done as the law dictates. He's not to blame. Ultimately, it's people who condemn people. The law is a tool of what they use to do it. When a man condemns another, he must take responsibility for his actions. Of course he must. But I know for certain, my father would have never been taking another man's life.
Kasuma.
On the contrary, my father's life was taken by the Reaper.
Is that it?
Reaper. Yeah, that's
Who's
all.
taken by the beaver?
The beaver.
We don't present him anything?
Nope, we're done with this boy.
Oh,
I want to show you guys a funny joke that I've been working on. Actually, I haven't been working on.
What joke? Come on, tell us the joke. Show us the funny.
What was it called? Oh fuck. Your stepson just called. He got hit by a drunk driver. He's dead.
No. Oh man.
Something like that. That's not funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's not the kind of humor we do on this show, Arthur.
Oh fucking hell.
Done?
No, almost.
Where do we go?
Chop chop, guys. I have things to do. JPEG lied about the time again. So chop chop.
Where do we
What?
go?
What do you mean I lied about the time? I didn't lie about the time. Actually, the opposite of lying. What's the opposite of lying other than truthing? I unlied.
You've been lying when you ought to be truthin'. You've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin'. Yeah.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Yeah, where are we going?
Where are we
These
going?
boots
There's one
made
character we
for
haven't talked to
walking.
yet.
And that's just what they'll do.
Who do we talk
One
to?
of
We
these
talk
days,
to
these boots are gonna
what is he?
walk all over
talk
you.
to. Oh, Jingoku.
No.
Hmm.
Patrick told you to visit someone, and then I was like, no, go to the Kazuma first.
Oh
forgot
yeah, I
who
remember,
we
but
wanted to visit. Forgot who we
It's in
wanted to
the forensics laboratory.
right, the
Oh,
girl.
Sythe.
But where? Where's the forensics room?
I just said where. I said the forensics laboratory.
No, I mean like, where's it
Where's it?
here?
Where is it? Where is it? Yo, wait, where is it?
Okay.
Oh, I'm stupid. You have to show something to Kazuma. I'm stupid.
Wait, is that related to this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I really don't want to show him this, but
Well, good thing is that you don't have to. No, cover it up, cover it up.
Kazuma, what do you make of this? What?
There's only one place for the defense lawyer to prosecutor to discuss evidence. The courtroom.
Come, Kazuma, this has your fucking name on it. So it
I don't
seems that you're
care.
so
That's not my
confused
job,
with the
bitch. I'm
situation.
on vacation, bitch. Fuck off, bitch.
I'm on a
Never
boat.
think of it.
I get the feeling my friend's always going to have the edge over me, isn't you could put that very differently. I have a feeling my friend is always going to edge me, he says.
What links to the girl?
Sythe?
The autopsy report.
Seth's daughter.
Here we go.
It's so weird. Isn't the autopsy report usually at the very beginning? The trilogy?
Yeah,
It was, like,
but
usually at the very
I
beginning.
guess we didn't obtain it until recently. We discovered everything else. Just to throw you off a bit. This came up in the trial, didn't it? As something a little dubious, I think. The fact that no time of death was recorded on Inspector Gregson's autopsy report.
Yes. There were some unexpected turns in the courtroom earlier. Suggestion came up, which certainly took everyone by surprise. The idea was that the victim died previous day at some other location is quite something.
Well, considering when the pocket watch had stopped and the scorch marks on the candle, it's certainly a distinct possibility. The evidence and the scene both point to it.
To be honest, it bothered me too. So I paid a visit to the autopsy room earlier. The coroner responsible wasn't there, but I got a name. It's Dr. Grovey. If you wouldn't.
Oh! I left my finger on the cursor.
Where's Sato? She said, you skipped a lot there, If it wouldn't be trouble for you, Kazuma-sama, we'd very much like to speak to the coroner too. Of course. The last thing I want is for you to do anything to be brushed under the carpet. Scotland Yard Autopsy Laboratories behind Lowgate Cemetery.
Logates. By Barclay Prison, you mean?
Oh, so just tell us where to go. Ah, you know it, do you? Reason where my father was incarcerated and robbed of his life. So listen,
Purpose Albert.
crooked something.
Well, thank you. We'll pay a visit to the laboratory later today.
Skedaddle, skedaddle. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Here's the last scene we need to do for today.
I want to thank you.
What for?
Your mama. For this. You safeguarded the soul of the Astugi clan.
Well, Kazuma, you don't know this, but, I was having a little fun practicing with a sword and I accidentally bumped it on the wall and I had to get duct tape because it was bent, you know what I mean? It's a little crooked, but I hope you don't notice.
Why don't I just slice you off with that sword? You know what? Let's just like cut you off.
Yeah.
Chop suey.
Chop suey. Chop Rio. Well, it is a famous sword that's been in your family for generations. My only slight regret is that I never got the chance to draw it better before I returned to you.
Karuma is said to have been forged by a master swordsmith during the Sengoku Warring State period. I come from a long lineage of warriors, many of whom were expert swordsmen.
Well then, you're a chip off the old block, I'd say.
The blade, Kurama, the symbol of the Astugi clan, honor and might. Apparently, one of my father's apprentices even took the blade's name for the short name.
Really? Karuma. It does sound formidable, that's for sure.
Funny.
16 years ago, when my father was visiting a student here in London, he had this sword forever at his side. Which is why it was meant so much to me. I have it by my side again now, too. And that is all thanks to you.
It was an honor.
Bye, bitch.
You ever have those days where your family's named after a sword?
Now, I have preparations to make for tomorrow. Perhaps I said a little too much.
Fuck yeah, you did.
Oops. Kazuma, you've changed.
Yeah, I'm wearing white now. No, Winosuke, I haven't changed at all.
Ew.
Changed.
Look over.
It hasn't changed in 6 months.
Ew. Go get some new
Disgusting.
fucking clothes. Although,
And while you change, let me see.
I like it better without, you know? I can completely understand your resentment of Lord Van Zeeks given what happened, but the fact is, those events in this case are, well, unrelated?
Unrelated.
Is
Is
that
that what
true?
you wanted to
Oh,
say?
sorry.
How can you be so sure?
That's exactly what I wanted to say. What do you mean?
Never mind. The man is the Reaper, and it's for that reason that the Inspector was killed. I'm going to prove it as much as court tomorrow, by whatever means necessary.
I can't let you do that, Kazuma.
I know you'll do what you have to do as a lawyer, but I'm sure I don't need to tell you I won't be taking any prisoners in the courtroom.
I would expect nothing less.
Until tomorrow then, in the old Bailey. I love how we turned from me obsessing over Kazuma in the first trials to Daniel just like simping over him. It's so funny.
Daniel what, sorry?
Simps over Kazuma.
Yeah.
What did I do?
A circle of,
The
simp.
circle of simps. Alright, let's skedaddle skedoodle. Dicks are now noodles.
Wait, to the cemetery? Well, the
No,
forensic
sir,
laboratory,
just
I
hurry
mean.
up, guys. Come on. Don't die.
Yeah, we have the time because we're not.
I don't have the
finished.
time.
No, because we're not finishing this. I just want my joke and we're done. You guys are impatient as fuck. I still want to make my joke.
I just don't have time.
This place is really creepy, isn't it?
Well, being a dead room, it's probably full of spirits of the deceased.
But actually, there's a rather pleasing scent of roses in the air.
Shaw cut off a bit for me, so it sounded like she said spirit of the cheese.
Well, being a dead room, a corner probably needs a bold scent like that to mask the odor of death.
Iris, do you think we could change the subject?
Oh, I like talking about death.
Chink, chink, chink.
It's the daughter. Huh? What was that?
Shink, shink, shink.
I'm a little terrified now. Oh,
It's the daughter.
Dr. Gory? They didn't even bother to hide that pun, did they?
What? What?
That noise before?
I was sharpening my tools. I'd be dead meat if I didn't keep them perfectly keen edge on them.
What was your
Right.
voices for this? I was like uninterested.
When
That's your
following the
voice for everything
collagen fibers, because the females are uninterested. That's what I've learned. Whenever I talk to them, they're always uninterested. That's how they always are. No, cuts like cheese. Would you like a demonstration, goody two shoes?
Cut the cheese?
Oh, yes,
Ugh.
please. I'd love to see. You can try Runo.
Okay, Bonnabelle, here we go. Then I'll do it nicely.
Huh?
Belle.
No, I wouldn't do nicely at all. I mean,
What?
some other time.
I'm just your
Yeah,
problem then. Ah, kiss.
Where's your Celine?
I have a song for you.
Was that a toot?
Wait, I'm not 10 years old, so I don't
Mommy, why did you kill that guy?
What's that? I don't know.
Na, na,
I'm 10 years old, and you're calling me Bonnabelle, and you call yourself Marceline.
But you didn't
I
see
don't
me
know.
cry.
How okay am I
That was
with
my
this?
joke. That was my joke. Well,
That
you have
was a-
pink hair, so you have to be Bonnabelle.
That was a good rhyme.
Well, you're pedophilic. Yay!
Huh. Well, we came here to ask
Is that it?
questions, so.
No, because you're gonna die. Alright, now we're done. Okay,
alright.
that was my joke. She gets the
Okay.
Marceline
Mommy.
voice.
Do you even love me?
Mommy, why did you kill that guy? I don't know. Autopsied him and he was mine. But you killed him. Yeah, you killed that guy.
I wanted to do
cried.
a costume report, but your mom told
Over
me
his
before she
body.
You didn't see me cry. Mommy,
God.
do you even love me?
Okay, you guys enjoy hearing JPEG singing about mommies? I'm gonna.
You're a stripper. You should have let him
my
get killed
God.
by Skipper.
That's a
okay,
good
nice.
rhyme.
So that's a
And we'll
good
see you
rhyme.
guys next time. Bye bye.
Yeah, goodbye,
Bye-bye.
goodbye.